नमस्ते एभ्रिबडी। आज यस भिडियोमा कक्षा 12 को विद्यार्थीले अध्ययन गर्नुपर्ने पोएम सफ्ट स्टर्मको क्वेशन एन्सर प्रस्तुत गरेको छु। यो पोएम लेखेका छन् नेपालका प्रसिद्ध साहित्यकार अभि सुवेदीले। सुवेदीले यस पोएममा काठमाडौँ उपत्यकामा देखिएको सोशल डिसअर्डरलाई प्रस्तुत गरेका छन्। यहाँ सफ्ट भन्नाले विदाउट भाइलेन्स अथवा कुनै प्रकारको हिंसात्मक गतिविधि नभएको अवस्थालाई जनाउँछ भने स्ट्रम भन्नाले आज यसको नेपाली अर्थ आँधीबेहरी भए जस्तै त्यहाँको समाजमा देखिएको व्यथिति, विसङ्गति र अमानवीय क्रियाकलापहरूप्रतिको आक्रोश अथवा विद्रोह भन्ने जनाउँछ। र सफ्ट स्ट्रम भन्नाले कुनै पनि प्रकारको भौतिक हिंसामा नउत्रिकन बौद्धिकताको प्रयोग गरेर आक्रोश व्यक्त गर्नु अथवा विद्रोह गर्नु भन्ने बुझिन्छ। अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ द टेक्स्ट सेक्सनमा सर्ट क्वेसन्सहरूलाई राखिएको छ र रिफरेन्स टु द कन्टेक्स्ट सेक्सनमा लङ क्वेसन्सहरूलाई राखिएको छ। आन्सर द फलोइङ क्वेसन्स। क्वेसन नम्बर ए, व्हेन डज द स्पिकर ग्रो सफ्ट? इनलिस्ट द अकेजन व्हेन ही ग्रोज सफ्ट। कुन अवसरमा, कस्तो अवस्थामा स्पिकर वक्ता अथवा कवि सफ्ट हुन्छन्? द स्पिकर ग्रोज सफ्ट while seeing a homeless child crying in hunger and people being insensitive at other sufferings. There are other occasions when he grows soft. When he sees a man beaten mercilessly, when he sees a blood-stained sword speaking in the earth, ears with bruised human lips, when moon skids down the walls, when voice of needy one is unheard of. Question number B, what do you understand by this seamless city? यहाँ seamless city भनेर यो पोइममा के बुझिन्छ? The seamless city refers to Kathmandu city where the concerned authorities are indifferent to prevailing disorders and social evils. In other words, this seamless city means the city without disruptions or problems. It is a city without sensitivity. Question number C, describe the poor children portrayed in the poem. यो पोएममा देखिएको poor children को वर्णन गर्नुहोस्। The poet feels sad to see the poor, homeless and parentless child crying due to hunger. The forlorn here means neglected and unhappy child carrying transistor radio around his neck. He is running around willing to find his mother in the corridor of violent history. Question number D, what do you understand by the unwedded guardians of history? यो पोएममा The unwedded guardians of history भन्नाले के बुझिन्छ? By the unwedded guardians of history, the poet to say that naive and unpolluted city since the time of history. In other words, it indicates inhabitants' carelessness and ignorance of the beauty of Kathmandu Valley. Kathmandu is as beautiful as gardens by its history, but the city dwellers can decorate it with civilization and social order. Question number E, why was the forlorn child wailing? The forlorn child was wailing to find his mother, the victim of the violent history. He was missed, abandoned, or made orphan. He was running around to find his mother. He was carrying a transistor radio around his neck. Question number F, what do you understand by soft storm? I think the soft storm means the dissatisfaction in the poem caused by the anarchy of the city. It can be a hidden anger or an attempt to control oneself for the sake of peace or to avoid further violence. The word soft and storm are artistically combined to show the concealment of annoyance to inhuman activity. Question number G, why does the speaker call our time mad time? Speaker ले यो पोएममा mad time भनेर किन भनेका हुन्? The speaker calls our time mad time because all anarchy and ills of society are outcome of the over ambitious and greedy contemporary time. The well-to-do are selfish, greedy, corrupt, and senseless. They are indifferent to poor, homeless, and abandoned ones, which indicate that rich and powerful are going mad. Question number 8. What does the speaker want to do in hard times? Hard times मा पनि स्पिकरले के गर्न चाहन्छन् यस पोएममा? He wants to melt like a rainbow in hard times, meaning he intends to reform the polluted societies. He wants to embellish the mad time with wisdom, creativity, and humanity. A rainbow is a unison of 7 colors. It indicates the society without tension among people. Thus, a rainbow symbolizes unity of people living in peace and harmony. Reference to the context. यो सेक्सनमा long questions-हरुलाई राखिएको हुन्छ. Question number A. The poet uses the word soft with the word like storm and gale, which generally refer to disorder and violence. What effect does the poet achieve through the use of such anomalous expressions? The poet uses the word soft with the words like storm and gale, which generally refer to disorder and violence. यहाँ storm and gale भन्नाले समाजमा देखिएको disorder अथवा violence भन्ने बुझिन्छ. The poet achieves a terrible effect through the use of such anomalous expressions. He sees human sufferings in Kathmandu city and the concerned authorities' indifference toward the human misery. So the poet uses the word soft with the words like storm and gale to refer to his angry expression or dissatisfaction to it. He observes inhuman activities in Kathmandu city. He becomes restless and feels angry with such social disorder and prevailing violence, but he can do nothing. Therefore, he uses the word soft with the words like storm and gale to refer to his rebellious feelings toward the social evils prevalent in the city. He calls the city as the shameless city to indicate restlessness, irregularities, and disorder in Kathmandu. He seems terribly irritated with the situation in the city. Question number B. What is the speaker's attitude towards the time he describes in the poem? र वक्ता अथवा यहाँको स्पिकर कवि वक्ताको धारणा एटिट्युड कस्तो छ समयप्रतिको? The speaker's attitude toward the time he describes in the poem is negative. He calls it mad time and hard time, meaning the time when people are facing various problems. The time described in the poem indicates an age of inconsistency and human misery. There is no interruption for wrongdoers. People are being beaten with no reasons. Homeless children and orphans are neglected. They are climbing the corridors of violent history. This is the time when nature also giving warning for humanity by showing unusual responses like rhododendron blooming in the winter. To conclude, the speaker's attitude to the time described in the poem is not positive in the sense that the speaker attempts to show the humans at their worst. But the speaker is still hopeful to bring change in the situation since he says he wants to melt like a rainbow. What is the speaker like? Is he a rebel? Why not? यहाँ स्पिकर वक्ता कस्तो देखिन्छ? उनी एउटा रिबेल अथवा विद्रोही हुन्? हो भने कसरी र होइन भने कसरी? The speaker is like a rebel because he says that he becomes soft while witnessing inhuman activities. This means what he witnesses makes him aggressive, but he hardly controls himself. He doesn't react by words and actions immediately, but he transforms his disappointment into a creative deed, that is, the creation of this poem. The poem itself is his angry expression to the mad time. He rebels against the carelessness and indifference of the concerned authorities who are responsible for preserving law and order in the society, especially in Kathmandu city. Explain the stanza below in your own words. I became shocked when I saw a blood-stained sword speaking in the odd ears with bruised human lips in the far corner under the moon of history and dreams playing hide and seek in open museums of human times. यसको चाहिँ व्याख्या गर्नुहोस् भन्ने छ यहाँ. In this stanza, the speaker describes a scene in which he sees a blood-stained sword that is speaking to the earth through bruised human lips in a far corner under the room. The speaker describes the sword as speaking to the earth's ear, which could suggest that it is telling a terrible story of dehumanization. The speaker also mentions that the moon is of history and dreams, implying that the scene is somehow connected to the past and to the speaker's imagination or aspirations. The stanza ends with the mention of open museum of human times, which could suggest that the scene is a manifestation of the collective experiences and history of humanity. Overall, the stanza seems to be describing a powerful and economically charged moment in which the speaker is moved by the sight of human misery and urgency of actions for positive change.